But this week we wanted to make it special because we realized that you guys just passed your 3 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
3 and 5 year anniversary.
Okay.
3 and 5 year, no. 3 and 5 year anniversary. And so we wanted to highlight that and kind of what your journey's been.
All right, sweet.
And then I'll start from the beginning. Like I'll say, okay, Victoria, you just passed your 5 year anniversary was in July. Yours was in April.
Mine was June.
April.
And yours is April. Start with yours, July 5 years ago. How did it all start? How's it been?
All right, start with
What
whoever.
happened was we were at a party.
So what happened was.
Okay, so we'll start with agent spotlight. This is for the agent spotlight for the week, and usually we like to spotlight agents, but we want to make this episode special because I found out that you guys just passed your 3-year anniversary with the KW office here.
That's right.
You just passed your 5-year anniversary.
Yep.
Right. So we want to spotlight that. Victoria, tell us about your journey. Where'd you start? How'd you get here?
So I actually came to KW through a friend named Megan, and she knew that I was interested in coming into the real estate field. So she's like, first come check out the office and see if you really want to join. And so I sent my resume over, and Adam and Garrett actually gave me a call pretty quickly, and I actually got hired for the front desk.
Oh, that's right.
Yep, and I worked the front desk for a couple months.
I was going to say, it was short.
It was very short. I think it was 2 months I spent at the front desk. And then I was trained to go be AMCA. So I was going to fill in for Rachel, who had stepped out on maternity leave. So there I stayed for like 2 years doing that and doing agent services at the same time. So then officially, maybe a year, 2 years, maybe it's been. I've been agent services now.
Ah, right on.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember I forgot how short of a
It was
time
very
period at
short,
the front desk.
like 2 months.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Nice. And then Mondo,
Yeah.
You just passed your 3-year anniversary, April.
Yes.
How did it all start?
Honestly, I came across this place real random. I actually got referred to apply to this position at the front desk through Joanna, who was another agent here at the office. Yeah, she was only there for a few months as well, maybe like 3-4 months, but then she ended up moving into a different position, and she texted me, hey, I think you'd be a great fit for the front desk. And me, I'm like, well, what fit do I have? Or whatever, I'll take it. I'll take whatever it is. I was working at a convenience store. I didn't want to be there anymore. But no, long story short, I applied. I got the interview before Joanna could even tell Iman about me applying. So it just kind of happened on its own.
Yeah.
I feel I did really well on my interview. I scored it. I was at the front desk for at least
a little bit long,
2 years,
2 months.
About like a little under 3 years. I am now in a different position, market center tech trainer.
Yeah.
And it's been really good. I prefer being in this position because I feel I know more. But it was a journey to learn the business because I'm gonna tell you the truth. I have no background in real estate.
Yeah.
Nobody in my family knows any of this world at all. So it was a bit of a curb. At first I didn't want to get licensed. Then I ended up getting my license. Right. We're just getting into it further and further.
So that's the next thing I want to talk about is you guys came in at the front desk, and then not just Keller Williams in general, not our office. Our office does an amazing job of it, but Keller Williams in general, a lot of opportunities open up.
100%.
And you can kind of work your way up.
Yeah.
And there's so many different directions to go. Obviously, you both decided to get your licenses.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So that's life changing because you have those for 4 years, and it's not always the easiest one to get. Right. It can be a challenge. So now you got your license. You've been with KW. When you first started, what do you think was the first thing that stood out working here at the office?
I think the culture.
Yeah.
Just the culture. Everybody was willing to help everybody. Everybody was so friendly. Starting out, I had no clue anybody's names. I knew nobody. Packages were coming. It was pre-COVID, so the office was really busy. We had the 3 conference rooms. Everyone was always in and out, and I'm like, I don't know any of their names. I'm trying to figure out who's who, and everyone was helping me do it. They're like, that's so and so. This is that. So it worked. It was that welcoming feeling that I got.
I feel like so when I got into real estate, going into offices, it was like corporate America. Ties and yes sir, yes ma'am.
That's how it was me. That was me my first month.
And it's nothing like that, right?
Yeah.
You're right. You got Mike Watson that pops in every now and then, right? It'll come crack a couple jokes.
Yeah, exactly.
You got Scott Hyman run through the hallways, making everyone laugh.
Then you got Zach Sprague.
Yeah, Zach coming in flip flops.
Jonathan Silva riding a bike through the office.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Angie scooting around on a scooter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I really like that. It really is like a really easy spot to kind of be yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
You feel comfortable.
For me, coming into it, I was so green young. I had maybe 3 jobs prior to. I worked as a server, I was a manager at a restaurant, and then I was a cashier at a convenience store doing stock. Then obviously my other in between jobs. But coming in here was like, okay, I gotta 100% be sharp.
Yeah.
Obviously that dwindled away once I got to know people.
Yeah,
but
be a little more comfortable.
yeah, I mean, we're still in a business setting though. Don't
Right.
get it messed up. We still make sure that we get our things done. Every end is covered. But it felt good to know that it wasn't as sharp as I expected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the culture.
Yeah.
It's the culture.
100%.
Because it could be that way. It could easily be that way. But I think they, when I say they, I mean like ownership, leadership, which you guys were part of. They allow us to. That's kind of the beauty of the mixing pot. Is they allow us to bring our own stuff.
Our own flair. Yeah. Everybody has their own flair.
Yeah. Okay, so switching gears a little bit. 5 years, 3 years, through that process, what do you think has been either the number one thing, the number one skill, the number one habit, the number one mindset that you not only use here but use in life?
Wow.
Oh,
yeah, I'll start, right? So for me, it's the hungriness to learn. But through that process, it was learning DISC and then how to understand people.
Yeah.
It's helped me to understand people and communicate in a different way.
That's a valid point. I think for me was awareness, maybe. I don't know. It brought more awareness to me. Like again, I said I was very green coming in. So I had a lot of growing up to do in certain parts of my life. And I feel like I am able to kind of fine tune now. I've been taking my photography a little bit more serious.
That's right. Yeah.
So, me having the position that I had helped me manage that position, and also helped me manage the ones that I have in my own personal life and my own business of what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, that for sure.
Nice.
She's
like,
there's so much. There's so much, right? 5 years, you're going to come across a lot of things. But I think, honestly, like you mentioned the DISC too, especially lately, I've been diving more into it and kind of understanding it more, how other people operate. And that's really helpful because there's people that I meet in other places. And I'm like, oh, that's why you are. It's the way you are. And that way, now I know how to communicate with you. But I think too, being here, it fuels your hustle. Yeah. You see so many people at different levels of this business, and it just makes you want more. It makes you either want to grow your skill set to be better here as a leader, or you want to grow your skill set as an agent to be a top producer, a capper, and all these things. Yeah. So everyone around you is motivating everyone. And I think that's something that, like, there's so much more to achieve.
Yeah.
There's so much more. Like, even when you think you've reached it, someone's going to come in and they're going to be like, here I am. Yeah. So here I am. So then you're pushed to go to the next level.
Yeah. So
I think I could also add just one thing. I'm so sorry to cut you off. Is also to lead with like curiosity, like lead with question as opposed to command.
Right.
I come from those backgrounds where I'm telling you, or like even if I don't know, I'm going to pretend I do. And here I learned that you don't know everything. There's always another layer or something that there's always more to the situation. And I love that, because being a know-it-all is exhausting. You shut yourself down from so many things. And here I learned to open up my brain, my ear, and really listen. Yeah. And it's gotten me to a whole other place now.
So I heard you guys both kind of mention this, but what comes to mind when I say leadership?
What comes to mind?
Yep.
I think help, support.
To stay out of those words, maybe, just support. Yeah, but honestly, that would probably be the one. Cooperation,
Yeah,
collaboration. Forgive me. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think support, just because so many people, they come to us and they need. Sometimes it's make or break situations and stuff, and it's nice to be able to sit there and be able to coach them through something that they're trying to, where they think it's the end of the world.
Yeah.
So it kind of helps. Like, okay, guys, let's pull back. Let's try to put now the systems in place so you can try to figure out what it is that we can do.
Yeah.
And also maybe integrity comes to mind when I hear the word leadership. Do the right thing, make sure that there's nothing tricky
Yeah.
in the situation.
Right. Yeah.
I'll come back up later. Come back later.
Okay, so last thing I think kind of want to touch bases on is where you're at now. What's next? You know, what do you enjoy doing right now? That's like the number one thing that like, hey, this is what I'm 100% kind of focused on right now, because we got so much that we're always focusing on. Right. But you know, oftentimes there's that one thing that's really that we're laser focused on. What is that? What's next?
It's always scratching at the back of your head.
Yep.
I think right now for me personally, it's showcasing our value here. We have so much to offer. There's so much opportunity here. I just want to showcase that, and I want to help the office grow. Want to get that word out, because some people don't know about us and don't know what we have to offer. And you could do so much. Your business could double, triple if you come here and take advantage of the things that we have. So right now, my focus is on growth for the office, as well as showcasing that value.
Yeah. Help tell the story.
Yeah, the story of what it is we're doing, what our goals are, and I'm sure a lot of people's goals align with ours.
Yeah.
So it's good to get out there.
Love the word growth. For me, I'm using the word maximize. And the reason I say that is because I want to be at the, the big level, right? Growth for sure is 100% what I'm working on. But what I mean by maximize is I know this much in these fields. I want to be able to be more of a resource for people. So in a sense, yes, growth. But I want to get more knowledgeable into real estate. So maybe practice a little bit more.
Here's 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Get some transactions going, so that way I have the experience to maybe just support people in passing. And I'm very laser focused on growing my photography business within the real estate community too. I've been doing some headshots. Maybe I'm thinking of doing some aerial shots, drone shots. Who knows? But there's a goal there, and I know it doesn't just stop at taking pictures in front of a camera. I want to do more with it. Yeah. But yeah, definitely showcase the value as well.